शुभमन, जिस तरह का मैच हुआ, आप बैटिंग कर रहे थे, आपको लगा 2-2 100 हुआ, आपको लगा कि आपका भी 100 होता अगर क्रैम्प नहीं आता तो?
अगर क्रैम्प नहीं आता तो हाँ मे बी 100 होता मेरा भी, बट आई थिंक जो टोटल हम पहुंचने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, इररिस्पेक्टिव मेरा 100 होता है नहीं होता, वहाँ पे हम पहुंच गए 400 के आसपास। उम्मीद थी 25th 30th ओवर तक कि यार इतने बनने चाहिए, और उतने बनाए हमने, तो फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि मेरा 100 हुआ या नहीं हुआ।
मैच से पहले थोड़ा सा पिच को लेकर कुछ कंट्रोवर्सी हुई थी, तो क्या उस बात का इम्पैक्ट कहीं से था इंडियन टीम पर, इंडियन प्लेयर्स पर? आप लोगों की कुछ बात हुई थी?
मुझे तो अभी पता लगा पिच के ऊपर कंट्रोवर्सी हुई थी। आपने बताया अभी क्या कंट्रोवर्सी थी?
Shubman, congrats. You reached the final in your first World Cup tournament. You've done well. Of course, you won the Junior World Cup as well. How does it feel? And also, when they were chasing, they were doing fairly well at one point of time, Williamson and Mitchell. How did the team deal with that?
Honestly, I think we knew it was going to be challenging, especially under the lights on this. Once the new ball gets a bit old, it is a bit difficult for bowlers here to contain runs. So we knew it's going to be challenging. But what was important for us was to just keep bowling the areas where we wanted to bowl and wait for them to make a mistake. And that's what we did. And I think Daryl and at one point Daryl and Kane, the partnership that they had, it was looking a bit challenging. But with such big scores, a couple of wickets here and there, you're always in the game.
Your own performance, reaching the final, having won the Junior World Cup as well.
Feels great, I mean, the way our batting, bowling, and fielding, the way we have dominated in this World Cup, it's just as a player to be able to play with all those players sitting in the dressing room. It's just been a magnificent run for us.
शुभन, कैन यू टॉक अबाउट मोहम्मद शमी? इतने सक्सेसफुल है वो, फ्यू मैचेस ही खेले, लेकिन कि इतना डिफिकल्ट हो रहा है बैट्समैन को खेलना, और आप उनको नेट्स में खेलते हैं तो किस तरह से मतलब देखते हैं कि डिफिकल्ट होता है उनको खेलना नेट्स में भी?
जी, बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है नेट्स में। ऐसा ही होता है कि विकेट थोड़ी अच्छी रहे तो ही ठीक है, नहीं तो शमी भाई नई बॉल से अगर विकेट में थोड़ी हेल्प हो फिर तो बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है उनको। बट मज़ा भी आता है खेलने के लिए, क्योंकि इवन बुमराह और सिराज और शमी भाई, इनको नेट्स में खेलने में मज़ा भी बहुत आता है और डेफिनेटली काफ़ी चैलेंजिंग रहता है।
शुभमन, वर्ल्ड कप में ही विराट के साथ आपकी दो काफ़ी बड़ी पार्टनरशिप्स हुई, आज भी हुई, जिसके पहले श्रीलंका मैच में भी थी। उनके साथ बैटिंग करने का एक्सपीरियंस क्या है? व्हाट काइंड ऑफ एक्सचेंजेस यू हैव इन द मिडिल, अगर उसके बारे में बात कर सके कुछ तो।
ऑनेस्टली बस यही बात करते हैं कि किस सिचुएशन में अभी हमें और कैसे खेलना है आगे, और बस उसके बाद एक बार जब रन चलते रहते हैं, बिकॉज आई थिंक दोनों का गेम हम दोनों का गेम थोड़ा सिमिलर है उस स्टाइल से, क्योंकि उनको भी रन चलते रहना पसंद है और मुझे भी थोड़ा बिजी, सिंगल डबल बीच में बाउंड्री, सिंगल डबल बीच में बाउंड्री, बिकॉज आई थिंक दोनों वी कॉम्प्लीमेंट आवर गेम क्वाइट वेल, सो आई थिंक इट वर्क्स क्वाइट वेल इन द मिडिल।
जैसे विराट के साथ बैटिंग की बात हुई है, व्हाट अबाउट ओपनिंग विद रोहित? व्हाट हैव यू लर्नड फ्रॉम हिम एंड हाउ, आई मीन, इज देयर समथिंग व्हिच रियली इंप्रेसेस यू अबाउट द पार्टनरशिप?
ऑल एवरीथिंग एवरीथिंग अबाउट हिम रियली इंप्रेसेस मी, एंड उनके साथ पार्टनरशिप के तो मैं तो नॉन स्ट्राइक रन पे खड़े रहता हूँ पूरे टाइम पावर प्ले में। 10 ओवर होते हैं, मैं 15-20 बॉल खेलता हूँ, बाकी वो रोहित भाई आते हैं अपना इधर चौका इधर छक्का। मैं नॉन स्ट्राइक रन में बस देख ही रहा हूँ।
Shubman here. This team has conquered everything. They have won everything, and it seems like they're invincible in this World Cup. What is it that this makes this team this? Apart from the skill set, whether it's the atmosphere, is there something that brings them together as a group? What is it from your point of view?
I think one that we've been this team. I think we've been playing together for like the past 1 year or so, and I think we know our roles quite well. And I think the difference that has been for me personally, honestly, it's been our bowling attack, the way our bowling attack has bowled. They have, I think in all the matches, they have always either defended the total or restricted the other team to a below par score. So I think that's been the difference.
Shubman, just extending that question regarding your role when you're opening with Rohit, how difficult does it get to kind of hold that temptation back because he's going all out from one end? So, what is your role during that period? Because today we saw after he got out, you kind of started playing your shots more freely. So, is that the plan that, as long as he's there, you'll be kind of seeing it through and then go big after he goes?
Honestly, when he was there, I didn't get that many balls. So after that, I started to get no. I mean, honestly, my role is just play my game in the power play. Look for good shots, look for good boundaries, and then once the power play is over, because I rotate the strike quite well, then rotate to the spinners, and then once you are in, then it's all about you and your instinct, how you play, how you see which bowler to take on. If the bowler is under a bit of pressure, then you know when to take on. It's all about reading the game after that.
Shubman, I assume you grew up watching Virat play all the time and you batted with him today on the day he scored his 50th century. I just wondered what that was like for you.
Every time he comes on to the park, he does something special, and just how consistently he's been able to do it for the past 10-15 years is what is really inspiring. And I think for me, it's not so much about the skill that he has, but it's more about the hunger when he goes there, and the intensity at which he plays the game is what inspires me. And to be able to have that consistently for as long as he's been doing it is what really inspires me.
Can I just ask, your injury, are you okay? What happened there?
It started with cramps, and then I pulled my hamstring a little bit, and I think these are just it was quite humid and just the after effects of dengue.
You think you'll be okay for Sunday?
Yeah, definitely.
Shubman, you got 100% record in World Cup finals with the Mount Maunganui win in Tauranga. You're going back to your home ground, which is for the Gujarat Titans. You're playing in front of 130,000 people potentially. This journey has been fantastic over the last 4 years. You're the only one from that batch which has kind of made that transition into the team currently. How does it all feel? How do you take it in, and how do you keep yourself grounded?
Honestly, there are a lot of things to look forward to. Right now, we have the finals. After that, we'd have some other important series, but those are all in hindsight right now. And if you are always looking for something to look forward to, then it keeps you grounded, because there's something for you to always work on.
Shubman, you mentioned your dengue just now and having recovered from that. Physically, over all these games that you've played, how difficult has it been, and have you had to adjust something in how you bat or anything about your game at all?
Not really. I've honestly not really adjusted anything in terms of my batting, but because I've lost a bit of muscle mass, I think the reserve that I used to have before the dengue has decreased a little bit, and that's why generally I don't really get cramps when you do get cramps when you're playing in humid conditions, but that happens for me. It happens after a long period of time, not so soon, but because I think I've lost a bit of muscle mass, the reserve has gone down a bit.
Thank you.
Thank you.